Hello and welcome to the kind of, I guess, tournament game for JV. They're playing three different teams today. Um, Two might be the same actually, depending on how many we win or how many we lose. Um, so right now, the Eau Claire Mini Lutheran Lancers are playing Cornell, and then a private school. I'm not entirely. I think it's CRU. I'm not sure exactly what that stands for. Um, are playing New Auburn. And so the winners of both those games will play each other, and the losers of both those games will play each other.
Welcome fans to the New Auburn JV Quad Volleyball match. Today we have four teams. We have the New Auburn Trojans, we have the Chippewa Valley CRU Lightning Bolts, we have the Eau Claire Immanuel Lancers, and the Cornell Chiefs. Very good. I'd like to make a couple points. We are a little bit tight with space, so please make sure your kids are in the bleachers and seating. If there's a timeout or a time where you think is, or a time when you know you have the time to get out of the gym for a bathroom break or so, please use good judgment when leaving the gym. Good sportsmanship we expect from all fans, players, coaches. So thank you very much. At this time, please remove your caps, and I'll lead us in saying the Pledge of Allegiance. Done by our varsity volleyball team. In fact, most of the workers tonight are varsity volleyball players. Before the day begins, let's give them a nice round of applause, please.
Okay, so as they said, the scoring will not be on the scoreboard, so it's going to be a little bit harder to keep track for me. The table is partially covered from my view, but I'll try and do my best to keep track of score. I believe the Lancers won the coin toss, so I think they will be serving first. And serving first for the Lancers would be Annie Bodie. Bodie serves over, received by Duffy up from Pischke, and bumped over from Close, received by Bowers. Spike from Oster gets blocked, and down that goes. 1-0, Cornell leads, and Close will begin to serve for Cornell. Cornell's serve comes up short. Score now tied at 1. Score people at the listed tied at 10 already, and we'd only served 2 times, so. Score now tied at 1. Carsonson will begin serving for the Lancers. And Blaisdell will come in for close. Arndt came in for Gurgle. Carstenson's serve is over. Foot fault called on Carstensen. 2-1. Cornell leads by 1. Marcella will begin to serve for Cornell. Her serve is over, received by Carstensen, up from Williams, and over from Bodie. Received by Pischke, up from, I can't see the number. Spike from Duffy goes into the net. Larson was the setter. Score now tied at 2. Wales will begin to serve for the Lancers. Wales' serve is over, received by Duffy, up from Pischke, and set over from Larson, received by Williams. Set from Bodie, and spike from Arndt comes up short. 3-2, Cornell leads by 1, and Larson will begin to serve for Cornell. Her serve is over, received by Wales, set from Bodie, and spike from Bauer. Saved there by Blaisdell. Block from Arndt, put over from Pischke, received by Carstensen, up from Bodie, and spike from Arndt. That'll go too far to the back. 4-2, Cornell leads by 2. And Larson will serve again for Cornell. Her serve is over. That'll fall at the feet of Bauer and Wales. 5-2 now. Cornell leads by 3. Larson to serve it again for Cornell. Her serve again is over, this time received by Arndt. Up from Bodie, and spike from Williams off the block that goes and falls short on Blaisdell. 5-3, Lancers now down by 2. Bernthal comes in for Bauer. Bernthal to serve for the Lancers. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please leave them below in the chat and I will answer you. Bernthal's serve is over, received by Marcella, up from Pischke, and spike from Duffy goes into the net. 5-4, Lancers now down by 1. Bernthal will continue to serve for the Lancers. Bernthal serve again over, received by Marcella, up from Blaisdell, and set over from Duffy, received by Carstensen. Set from Bernthal, and spike from Bodie. Back row goes too far. 6-4, I believe. Lancers down by 2. Duffy will begin to serve for Cornell. And Close will come in for Blaisdell. Duffy serve is over, received by Bodie, and into the stance that goes into the back. 7-4, Lancers now down by 3. Duffy will continue to serve for Cornell. Duffy serve again over, this time received by Bodie, up from Bernthal, and set over from Williams. That'll go to Close, and lift called on Pischke. Seven to 5. Lancers now down by 2. Arndt will begin serving for the Lancers. Arndt's serve is over, received by Duffy, up from Pischke, and bumped over from Close. Received by Arndt, step from Bernthal, spike from Bodie. Off the block, and that'll fall at the feet of Larson. 7-6. Lancers now down by 1. Arndt will continue to serve for the Lancers. Arndt's serve again is over, received by Marcella. Nobody there to get that. And score is now tied at 7. Arndt continuing to serve for the Lancers. Arndt's serve is over, received by Larson. Set from Pischke, and spike from Close comes up short and goes into the net. 8-7, Lancers now lead by 1. Arndt continuing to serve for the Lancers. Arndt's serve is over. It was received by Duffy, up from Pischke, and put over from Close. Received by Carstensen, up from Bernthal. Spike from Carstensen. Over the block that goes. Carstensen in the net, however. And now score is tied at 8. Gergel will come in for Arndt, and Duffy will begin to serve for Cornell. Duffy serve is over, received by Wales. Set from Bernthal and spike from Carstensen. Nice save there from Duffy. The attempted tip from Marcella does not quite go over, and 9-8. Lancers now lead by 1. Williams will begin to serve for the Lancers. Her serve is over. Nice up there from Larson. Tipped over from Pischke. Pischke's in the net. (10 to 8). Lancers now lead by 2. Williams to serve for the Lancers. Williams' serve is over and out to the left. 10 to 9. Lancers now lead by 1. And Pischke will begin to serve for Cornell. Her serve is over and through the arms of Gergel. Score now tied at 10. And Pischke to serve. Pischke's serve is over. Received by Williams, up from Bernthal and into the stands that goes. 11 to 10. Lancers now down by 1. Pischke will continue to serve for Cornell. Pischke's serve is over. That'll go beyond Williams, who lets it go and out. Score not tied at 11. Bauer in for Bernthal. Bodie to serve for the Lancers. Bodie serve is over. Back corner. Just misses. (12 to 11). Lancers now down by 1. And Close will begin to serve for Cornell. Her serve is over. Received by Williams. Set from Wales. And put over from Carstensen. Received by Duffy. Set from Pischke and over from Larson. Received by Gergel. Up from Bodie and over from Bauer. Received by Pischke. Up from Larson. And Marcella's tip does not quite make it over. She's in the net as well. Score not tied at 12. Carstensen to serve. Arndt in for Gergel. Carstensen serve hits back line. 13-12. Lancers now lead by 1. Carstensen to serve yet again for the Lancers. Carstensen serve again over. This time received by Duffy. Up from Pischke and put over from Larson. Saved by Carstensen. Up from Bodie and put over from Arndt. Let it go to the back row. Saved there by Duffy. Up from Pischke and set over from Marcella. Miscommunication a little bit between the Lancers there. Falls to the floor off of Arndt and Gergel. Score now tied at 13. Marcella will begin to serve for Cornell. Marcella's serve again is over. Received by Williams and almost hit me there. 14-13. Lancers now down by 1. Marcella to serve yet again for Cornell. Marcella serve over and out. Score now tied, this time at 14. Wales will begin to serve for the Lancers. Wales serve is over. Nice up there from Close. Up from Pischke and set over to the back row from Duffy. Received by Carstensen. Up from Bodie and set over from Arndt. That'll be received by Larson. Up from Pischke and spike from Duffy goes off the block from Arndt. Received by Carstensen. Up from Bodie and spike from Williams comes up short. 15-14. Lancers now down by 1. And Larson will begin to serve for Cornell. Larson's serve is over. Nice up there from Carstensen. Set from Bodie and set over from Bauer. Received by Close. Up from Pischke and set over from Duffy. Saved by Bodie. Up from Arndt. And Bauer unable to put that over the net. 16-14. Lancers now down by 2. Larson continuing to serve for Cornell. Larson serve over again. Saved there by Wales and into the net that goes. Unable to play it off the net is Arndt. 17-14. Lancers now down by 3. Larson will continue to serve for Cornell after the timeout from the Lancers. Larson serve is over, received by Arndt and over. Spike from Duffy, saved there by Carstensen. Up from Bodie and spike from Williams. That'll go to the back to close. Up from Fishke and over from Duffy. Received by Bodie, up from Arndt and over from Bauer. Received by Larson, up from Fishke and set over again by Duffy. Received by Williams, up from Bodie and spike from Arndt. That'll come up short and land in the net. 18-14. Lancers now down by 4. Larson still serving for Cornell. Larson serve again over, this time received by Carstensen. Up from Williams and Arndt is unable to put that over. 19-14, Lancers now down by 5. Larson still serving. Larson serve is over, received by Bauer. Up from Bodie and bumped over from Williams. Received by Duffy. Up from Fishke and spike from Duffy. Received by Bodie, up from Arndt. And the ball came into our court from the other side. So play was whistled dead. Reserve. Larson serve is over. That'll fall at the feet of Carstensen. 20-14. Lancers now down by 6. Larson still serving. Larson serve again over, this time received by Carstensen, up from Bodie, and spike from Williams to go back row to Marcella. Up from Close and over from Duffy. Received by Wales, up from Bodie and over from Williams. Received by Larson, up from Fishke and over from Duffy, goes to Carstensen, and her return goes into the net. 21-14, Lancers now down by 7. Larson continuing to serve for Cornell. Her serve is over, received by Carstensen, set from Bodie, and bumped over from Wales. That'll go out 22-14. Lancers now down by 8. And Larson will continue to serve. Serve again is over, received by Arndt, up from Bauer and over from Arndt. Received by Duffy, set from Fishke and over from Duffy. Received by Williams, up from Bodie and over from Arndt. Received by Larson, up from Fishke and bumped over from Duffy. Received by Bodie, set from Arndt and over from Bauer. Received by Duffy, up from Fishke, spike from Duffy. That'll be blocked by Arndt and onto the floor that falls. 22-15. Lancers now down by 7. Brenthal in for Bauer. Brenthal to serve for the Lancers. Her serve is over. Saved there by Close. Up from Fishke and over. Received by Wales. Up from Brenthal. And spike from Williams goes off the block. Set over from Brenthal. They said it hit the net instead of hitting the block. So 4 hits were called. And Duffy will begin to serve for Cornell. Scores 23-15. Lancers down by 8. Serve is over. Received by Carstensen up from Brenthal. And spike from Art. Back row goes too far. (24-15). Lance is now down by 9. Duffy continuing to serve. Duffy service over up from Bodie. Spike from Duffy off the return. Saved by Bodie up from Brenthal and spike from Arndt. Let it go to Duffy. Set from Pischke and over from Close. Let it go off Carstensen and down. And that is set 25-15. Lancers lost the first set by 10. And I'll be back in approximately 3 minutes for the second set between Cornell and the Lancers. And I am back for the second set between the Eau Claire Immanuel Lutheran Lancers and the Cornell Chiefs. Cornell won the first set 25-15. It is best out of 3 sets, so if Cornell wins it here, they will win the match. Pischke to serve for Cornell. Her serve comes up short. 1-0, Lancers lead. Brenthal's serve is over, saved by Larson, up from Pischke, and spike from Marcella. Nice save there by Gergel. Free ball, set from Pischke over from Duffy. Received by Wales. Set from Brenthal, spike from Wales goes to Duffy. Set from Pischke and over. And nobody able to get to that. The score now tied at 1. Spooth to serve for Cornell. Spooth serve is over and in. Spooth to serve yet again. Heinze coming in for Williams. Spooth serve is over. Received by Williams. Up from Gergel and over from Bernthal. Received by Pischke and over from Larson. Received by Gergel up from Bernthal. And spike from Bodie. That'll go back row to Spooth. Set from Pischke and spike from Marcella. That'll go back row and into the bleachers. score now tied at 2. Carstensen to serve for the Lancers. Arndt will come in for Gurgle. And Blaisdell will come in for Spoof. Carstensen's serve is over. Duffy unable to get that up in time. 3-2. Lancers now lead by 1. Carstensen to serve for the Lancers. Carstensen's serve is over. Received by Close. Up from Pischke and Duffy unable to get to that in time. 4-2. Lancers now lead by 2. Carstensen to serve yet again for the Lancers. Carstensen's serve is over. Received by Close. Up from Pischke and over from Larson. Let go from Carstensen and out it goes. 5-2. Lancers now down by 3. Carstensen to serve yet again. Carstensen's serve is over. Saved by Blaisdell. Duffy unable to get it up high enough. Off of that though. So 6-2. Sorry. Lancers now lead by 4. Carstensen still serving. Carstensen serve again over. This time received by Close. Up from Pischke and spike from Larson. Received by Carstensen. Set from Brenthal and spike from Bodie. That'll go way too far. 6-3. Lancers now lead by 3. And Marcella will begin to serve for Cornell. Beva will come in for Duffy. Marcella's serve is over. Heinze lets that go. 7-3. Lancers now lead by 4. Gallagher will come in for Heinze. Wales to serve for the Lancers. Wales serve is over. Received by Blaisdell. Up from Pischke and blocked from Arndt. 8-3. Lancers now lead by 5. Wales to serve yet again for the Lancers. Wales serve is over. Nice up there from Marcella. Up from Pischke, sorry, and over from Close. Up from Wales instead over from Arndt. Received by Pischke. Up from Larson and Beva is unable to put that over. 9-3. Lancers now lead by 6. Wales to serve for the Lancers. Wales serve is over. Saved there by Larson. However, Beva is unable to get there in time. Wales to serve yet again. 10-3. Lancers now lead by 7. Timeout, Cornell. Wales serve is over. Received by Blaisdell up from Close and over from Schwingel. Spike from Arndt to return that goes into the net. And 10-4. Lancers now lead by 6. Schwingel to serve for Cornell. Serve is over. Received by Carstensen up from Brenthal and spike from Arndt. Up from Schwingel. Saved by Pischke and over from Close. Set from Brenthal, spike from Arndt. Attempted save there from Marcella goes into the back. 11-4. Lancers now lead by 7. Bauer will come in for Brenthal. And Bodie will begin to serve for the Lancers. Bodie's serve is over, up from Blaisdell and onto the floor. 12-4, Lancers now lead by 8. Bodie to serve for the Lancers yet again. Her serve is over. Spike from Pischke. That'll go to Wales, up from Bodie, and put over from Bauer. Received by Marcella, up from Pischke, and spike from Beva will go too far. 13-4, Lancers now lead by 9. Bodie will continue to serve for the Lancers. Her serve is over and hits back corner. (14-4), Lancers now lead by 10. Bodie continuing to serve. Bodie serve is over, received by Marcella, and put over from Schwingel, received by Carstensen, up from Bodie, and spiked from Bauer. It'll go back over to Marcella, tipped by Schwingel, and into the net that goes. 15-4, Lancers now lead by 11. Bodie serve is over, received by Blaisdell. Gallagher's attempted spike on the return of that went into the net. 15-5, Lancers again lead by 10. Spooth will come in for Blaisdell, and Close will begin to serve for Cornell. Her serve comes up short. 16-5, Lancers now lead by 11. Arndt to serve for the Lancers. Arndt serves over, received by Marcella, up from Schwingel, and spike from Pischke goes to Arndt back row. Set from Bodie and spike from Carstensen over the block, received by Schwingel, up from Marcella, and over from Close. Received by Arndt, set from Bodie, spike from Carstensen yet again, this time received by Spooth. Up from Schwingel and spike from Beva. That'll go to Bodie, set from Gallagher, and over from Carstensen. That'll go out to the left. 16-6. Lancers now lead by 10. Duffy will come in for Beva. Duffy to serve for Cornell. Gergo came in for Arndt. Duffy serve is over, received by Carstensen, up from Bodie, and set from Bauer. Received by Duffy, set from Schwingel, and spike from Spooth goes too far. 17-6. Lancers now lead by 11. Gallagher to serve for the Lancers. Gallagher's serve is over, received by Duffy. Up from Schwingel and over from Pischke. Set from Bodie, spike from Carstensen will go into the net. 17-7, Lancers again lead by 10. Pischke to serve for Cornell. Serve is over off Gergel and out. 17-8. Lancers now lead by 9. Pischke still serving. And Larson will come in for Schwingel. Fishke serves over, received by Carstensen received by Gurgle up from Carstensen and out that falls. (17-9). Lancers now lead by 8. Fishke serves over, received by Carstensen up from Bodie, and no one's able to get that over. 17-10. Lancers now lead by 7. And timeout, Lancers. Fishke's serve is over and out. (18-10). Lancers now lead by 8. Bauer to serve for the Lancers. Her serve is over, received by Duffy up from Fishke and set over from Marcella. Received by Bauer up from Carstensen and spike from Wales. Back row to go to close. Set from Fishke and over from Spooth. Received by Gurgle. And the block from Marcella will go down. 18-11. Lancers now lead by 7. Brenthal will come in for Bauer. Usually Brenthal serves at that point, but it wasn't the Lancers' point last. So Spooth will begin to serve for Cornell. Her serve goes into the net, and now Brenthal will serve for the Lancers. Or Carstensen. Brenthal must have come in early this time. Carstensen in for Gurgle. Arndt in for Gurgle. Carstensen to serve for the Lancers. Carstensen's serve is over. Received by Close up from Duffy and put over by Larson. (20-11). Lancers now lead by 9. Carstensen to serve yet again for the Lancers. And Gallagher comes in for Bodie. Carstensen's serve comes up short, 20-12. Lancers now lead by 8. Marcella will begin to serve for Cornell, and Beva will come in for Duffy. Marcella's serve is over, received by Gallagher up from Carstensen and put over by Wales. Received by Marcella up from Fishke and spiked from Larson. Received by Wales, set from Brenthal, and spiked from Roth. Saved there by Fishke. And Larson puts it over, but it goes out. 21-12. Lancers now lead by 9. Wales will begin serving for the Lancers. Serve is over to Blaisdell up from Fishke and over from Beva. Received by Carstensen, set by Brenthal, and spike from Arndt. That'll go to Blaisdell. Up from Fishke and spike from Larson. Attempted save from Arndt goes under the net. 21-13. Lancers down by 8. And Marcella. Schwingel will come in for Larson. Schwingel to serve for Cornell. Schwingel's serve is over, received by Carstensen. Gallagher unable to get that up. And 21-14. Lancers now lead by 7. Schwingel will continue to serve for Cornell. Her serve is over and out. 22-14. Lancers now lead by 8. Bauer in for Brenthal. Bodie in for Roth. Bodie serve is over. Set from Pischke and over from, set from close, over from Pischke. Set from Gallagher goes over, but I believe Bauer was in the net. (22-15). Lancers now lead by 7. Close will begin to serve. Serve is over. That'll go over Bauer and in. 22-16. Lancers now down by 8. Closer comes up short. 23-16. Lancers now lead by 7. Arndt will begin to serve for the Lancers. Arndt serve is just over. Close, unable to save that. 24-16. Lancers lead by 8. Arndt to serve yet again for the Lancers. Her serve is over, received by Spike from Pischke. Up from Bodie and over from Carstensen, received by Beva. Up from Carstensen, received by Bodie. Spike from Carstensen going to the net. 24-17. Lancers again lead by 7. Gergel will come in for Arndt. Duffy to serve for Cornell. Duffy serve is over, received by Carstensen. Up from Bodie and bumped over from Carstensen. Received by Schwingel, up from Pischke and put over by Spooth. Received by Bodie, set from Gallagher and over from Carstensen. Set from Pischke, spike from Marcella goes too far, and Lancers win this set 25-17. And I'll be back in approximately 3 minutes for the third and final set to determine the winner of this match. And I'm back for the third and final set between the Eau Claire Manuel Lutheran Lancers and the Cornell Chiefs. Cornell won the first set 25-15. Lancers won the second set 25-17. So this is the deciding match between the two. The winner of this will play the winner of CRU and New Auburn, which is playing in the court adjacent to us. Brenthal's serve is over and into the net. 1-0 Cornell leads. And Close will begin to serve for Cornell. Her serve is over and into the net. Score now tied at 1. Carsonson will begin to serve for the Lancers. Arndt will come in for Gurgle. Carsonson's serve is over, received by Duffy. Up from Pischke and over from Larson, received by Carsonson, up from Brenthal, and spike from Bodie. So they go to Duffy, set from Pischke, and spike from Duffy. They go over, received by Bodie, up from Brenthal, and set over from Carsonson. Received by Close, up from Pischke and over from Larson. Received by Williams, up from Brenthal. Spike from Arndt will go back row. Saved there by Duffy, up from Pischke, and spike from Larson. Received by Arndt, set from Brenthal, over from Arndt. Received by Pischke, up from Larson. Spike from Pischke will go into the net. And 2-1. Lancers now lead by 1. Carsonson will continue to serve for the Lancers. Her serve is over and in. Carsonson's serve is over. That'll go off Close. Pischke puts it over, but it'll go out 4-1. Lancers now lead by 3. Carsonson's serve is over. That'll go off Duffy and onto the ground. 5-1. Lancers now lead by 4. Carsonson continuing to serve after the timeout from Cornell. To 1 to score. Lancers lead by 4. Carsonson to serve. Carsonson's serve is over, received by Duffy, up from Marcella, and over from Close. Actually goes into the net. Lancers now lead 6-1, up by 5. Carsonson's serve again is over. This time received by Duffy, up from Pischke, and put over from Close. Received by Bodie, up from Brenthal, and spike from Arndt. Received by Larson, up from Pischke, and put over, from Duffy. Set from Brenthal, spike from Arndt. Nice spike. 7-1. Lancers now lead by 6. Carsonson continuing to serve. Carsonson serve again over. This time received by Duffy, up from Pischke, and set over from Marcella. Received by Brenthal, up from Wales, and spike from Bodie will go into the net. 7-2, Lancers lead by 5. Marcella to serve, and Gallagher will come in for Bodie. Marcella's serve is over, received by Carstensen, up from Bernthal, and spike from Gallagher, received by Marcella, up from Pishke instead over from Duffy, received by Bernthal, set by Wales, and spike from Gallagher, saved by Pishke, free ball, saved by Bernthal, up from Gallagher, and spike from Arndt, up from close, set from Pishke, spike from Duffy will go into the net, and 8-2, Lancers now lead by 6. Wales will begin serving for the Lancers. Wales serve is over, received by Close, up from Pishke, and tipped over by Duffy, blocked over by Gallagher. Up and over from Pishke, received by Carstensen, up from Wales, and over from Williams, sorry. Pishke's set is a little bit too low and hard, goes over the head of Close. Wales serve again over, this time received by Close, tipped over by Pishke, saved by Bernthal, up from Arndt, and spike from Gallagher does not make it over. So 9-3, Lancers now lead by 6. Larson serve is over, received by Wales, set from Bernthal, and spike from Arndt. That'll fall at the feet of Marcella. And 10-3, Lancers now lead by 7. Gallagher will begin to serve for the Lancers, Bauer and for Bernthal. Gallagher's serve is over, received by Close, set from Pishke and over from Duffy, saved by Bauer, up from Wales and over from Williams. Goes to the back to Close, set by Pishke yet again, and again spiked from, tipped over by Williams there. 11-3, Lancers now lead by 8. Gallagher continuing to serve. Gallagher serve again over, received by Close, up from Pishke, and spike from Duffy, received by Bauer, up from Arndt, and set over from Bauer, received by Larson, set from Pishke, and spike from Duffy. Let it go off Gallagher and into the stands. 11-4, Lancers now lead by 7. Duffy to serve for Cornell. Her serve is over, received by Gurgle, up from Arndt and over from Bauer, received by, I can't remember her name, over from Close though. Put over by Bauer, spike from Duffy, received by Gallagher, and Williams is possibly in the net. 11-5. Lancers now lead by 6. Duffy serve again is over, received by Gallagher, up from Bauer, and spike from Gallagher will come up short. 11-6. Lancers now lead by 5. And Bodie will come in for Gallagher. Duffy to serve yet again for Cornell. Her serve is over, received by Wales, and that'll go out. 11-7. Lancers now lead by 4. Duffy still serving. Serve comes up short, 12-7. Lancers now lead by 5. Arndt will begin to serve for the Lancers. Arndt's serve is over, received by Duffy, up from Pishke, and spike from Close to go into the block. 13-7, Lancers now lead by, that's math, 6. Aren't serve is over, received by Larson, up from Pischke, and the spike from Duffy goes too far. 14-7, Lancers lead by 7. Aren't continuing to serve. Aren't serve is over, received by Marcella, that's her name. Put over from Bauer, received by Marcella, up from Pischke, and put over by Close, received by Williams, set from Bodie, and put over from Bauer. And reserve ball came into the court from the other gym. Score again is 14-7, Lancers lead by 7, aren't to serve. Serve is over and in. 15-7, Lancers lead by 8. And Lancers take this set. They only play to 15 if they need to play a third set. I forgot to mention that. So Lancers won. They'll be playing the winner of CRU and New Auburn. So that game will be in approximately 10 to 15 minutes, and I will hope to see you for that one.